When we're talking about sustainability and looking to reduce your impact on the planet, what you put on your plate is a good place to start. And that's why we're up here at Kahuku Farms.
That's right. Not only exploring the farm itself, which I'm excited to do, but they also have a great cafe where they actually cook with the ingredients that they use here at the farm. And speaking of, we're going to be cooking some extra dishes today because we have the world-class chef Sam Choy. Sam Choy's in the kitchen. John and Sam are joining us to go on a little cooking sustainability adventure.
Can't wait for that. I'm going to prep the kitchen with Uncle Sam.
You guys go and get anything in the farm for us to cook. I can cook anything. Go get it.
Oh, I know you can.
Yeah.
All right, we're putting you to the test
No,
today.
there's no test. Let's go get it.
We'll see you guys in a minute.
All right,
do
let's
it.
go harvest.
Okay, Sam has commissioned us to find the vegetables for today's meal. So what better way to see what's here at Kahuku Farms than on their farm tour?
Yeah, let's get our hands dirty. Thanks for having us, Kylie
Aloha,
and Judah.
Chef. Aloha, Kelly. So
Hello.
happy to have you today.
Thank you for having us out. So
Welcome.
happy to be here and excited to learn more about the farm. Can you share
Yes.
some history?
Absolutely. So our families have been farming on the north shore of Oahu for over 100 years. Today, our parent company, Matsuda Fukuyama Farms, is a wholesale business where we're growing food for the local supermarkets and restaurants. Out of a need to diversify our family business because farming is so risky, my sister, husband, and I stepped up as the fourth generation and created Kahuku Farms, which is a true farm-to-table experience where we brought the tables to the farm.
So cool. So this is literally in your blood.
It is. We're going to show you around today, harvest some goodies for Chef Sam.
And this is the farm tour that anyone can really come on, right?
We're so excited that we offer this immersive farm tour every day at 11:15. We take you out into our commercial fields and we show you what island farming looks like in 2025 and what people growing food for other people are doing to stay relevant in this constant changing marketplace.
Amazing. Well, it's about that time,
All right.
11:15. You guys
Let's
ready
go.
to roll?
Let's take a look.
Thank you.
Let's head up.
Right this way.
Eggplant galore. This is amazing to see so many eggplants.
Yes, thank you. So we are in our long eggplant field right now. This is one of the stops on the tour. So with the eggplant, you know, this is kind of where the story of Kahuku Farms started.
Okay.
Meaning that we were growing it for the wholesale market, but they only want the number ones.
The real
number
good-looking ones.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that is like the perfect looking eggplant. It has to be straight, it has to be a certain weight. But we all know as farmers, there's many other grades of produce that come out of the field. So if we look around, this one here, Jeff,
That one might be.
so this, I mean, it is small, it's not full grown,
Yeah.
but you can see how it's starting to curl
Right.
and have a slight S shape. So this would be considered a number 2 just because of its shape.
Okay, so where does this guy go then?
So before it would become waste. And we opened the cafe to be more sustainable. So we take this crooked eggplant, we cut it up, we put it in pizzas and paninis, and we make something yummy for people to eat.
Oh, genius. So nothing's really going to waste.
Right, so we're able to utilize the waste from the fields. What was once waste from the fields is now being used at our cafe. Our hope is to get people excited about agriculture again, to walk away with a deeper appreciation for the land and the food it gives us.
Yeah. So can we go grab some?
Absolutely. We're just gonna hold it at the bottom here, take the sickle and cut right at the top.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice.
We got a
And
couple
there's
more.
Yeah, there's a fatty one
You
back
can grab
here.
that one and that one as well. They both
Okay.
look ready.
How's this?
Whew, you got a nice one.
Nice. Yeah, Sam is gonna love these. I know Kelly loves eggplant too.
Oh, so excited to see what they're gonna make.
Judah, this farm is beautiful, but big. How much are we working with here?
So we manage about 140 acres.
Wow.
And out of that 140 acres, typically probably 25–30% of it is actually planted. The other, 75% is usually in between plantings, at rest, and in rotation.
All right, and we've seen so many different types of plants and vegetables, fruits. How many things are you guys growing?
Okay, so, when you talk about our commercial parent company, we're growing 4 main crops. And these are the things that are being distributed through the buyers, to the hotels and restaurants and supermarkets in the state. But when you talk about Kahuku Farms, we got over 100 different things up there. We kind of shotgun planted in our natural system. But back here, yeah, this is our main commercial fields that we're growing lots of different things that the market loves.
Perfect. And what we love to hear, especially on Empowered, is you guys implement so many great sustainable farming practices. So can you share a bit about how you operate?
Absolutely. I mentioned already, we do a lot of reinvestment in the empty fields. So even though we're not harvesting and taking things out of the land, we're constantly reinvesting in it, whether it be with land preparation, heavy equipment, whether it's spreading finished compost or broadcasting cover crop seeds, things like buckwheat, sun hemp. These are all great tools that we can use to recondition the soil so that has a lot of organic material in it. That helps with drainage. It provides with food for the microorganisms that actually activate and release all these nutrients that are bound up in our very rich volcanic clay soil.
So chocolate in the wild. I'm sure so many folks who do this tour have never seen cacao in the wild.
That is so fun for us to be able to reveal where chocolate comes from.
All right, so we're looking at a cacao pod. Show me how we're harvesting this.
Yes.
And this guy's ready to go, right?
It's ready
Yellow.
to go. It originally starts green and then it'll turn yellow when it's ready. We're gonna take our snippers, and I'm gonna let you do the honor, Jeff.
Okay.
So go ahead and just clip right above the pod itself.
Wow, I've never done this.
There you
easy.
go. Okay, let's crack this open.
Can't wait to see. Oh,
One
there you go.
time. Oh,
oh, amazing.
there we go. That's the big
Whoa,
reveal.
wild. It looks like a
Yeah.
big larva. But these are the beans then in
So
here.
these are the seeds that create the
seeds.
chocolate. And you can go ahead and taste it. So
Really?
it tastes like nature's Jolly Ranchers. You can just go ahead and stick it in your mouth.
Oh, wow.
You don't need to bite it or
Oh.
taste the
Oh.
bean inside because it's really bitter at this point.
It's almost
But you
lychee.
can taste, yes,
Wow.
lychee, green Jolly Ranchers, or another one that people say.
Mm-hmm. So walk me through the process. Can you show me what's next?
Sure, let's go.
It's not just managing the land and managing the pest and managing the market relations and managing the labor and the packaging and the products. It's also about
That's a lot.
managing water. And so, we do have a well that's about a half a mile away, and I don't know if you carried a bucket of water lately. It ain't light.
No, not this week. I don't
So
think.
water management is another big factor, and right here we're in one of our dryland callow patches, and this is an example of how we're able to irrigate the patch using very low water pressure with an efficient system that's called drip tape irrigation, along with this ugly and expensive to install and remove black mulching material. However, this mulching material acts as not just a barrier that keeps water from evaporating, but it also keeps all these other grass and weed seeds from germinating from your baby seedling when you first get it in this raised bed. And so, you implementing this type of irrigation system along with all the heavy equipment and different cover crops allows us to really manage this land in a real sustainable and regenerative way.
That's great. And okay, you mentioned ugly mulching, but this is a beautiful leaf right here. We're supposed to be getting vegetables for
forgot
Sam.
about that.
I know. So do you think, could we bring him some leaves?
Absolutely. So
Okay.
whenever we're harvesting callow for the leaf, you want to take either the second or the third leaf. So when you look at the plant right here, this is number 1, it's the youngest. This would be number 2 and number 3. So you usually want to take number 3 or number 2, and this will avoid stressing out the plant too much. And look, this is a nice big one. You can make a nice
Beautiful.
lolo.
Awesome.
So this looks pretty sophisticated.
Not at all. This is our fermentation box. This is my husband's way of fermenting. So after harvest, we take the beans and we put it into the fermentation box. So it ferments in the box for about 7 days. From there, Judah's typically checking the temperature, making sure we're gonna hit the right degrees, which is about 120 for at least 24 hours.
Okay, it's really
And then,
cooking.
Yeah, it gets really hot in there. From there, we take it out and we put it into our shade house to dry. He covers it for part of the time and lets the wind do the work. So after the drying process, our job as farmers are done.
All right, then where to from there?
Okay, we made it back to the cafe.
What a journey.
And I love what's in front of us here. So can you share a little bit about what you brought to the front?
Thank you. Absolutely. So the farm is so big and vast, and a lot of times when people come into the cafe, they're in a rush and they don't really get to indulge in the land. And so what we decided was to bring a new type of agriculture right up to the cafe where people can get real close up and actually see what's possible to do at home. These are what we call wooden raised beds. We use cedar, or we got redwood here, and we put a combination of 7 different ingredients to create a living soil. So this is all certified organic product, and if you do this at home, you can eliminate all the really challenging weed management, you get really healthy plants, and the soil just gets better and better over time. So it's a very different style of growing food compared to those modern conventional methods. And so this is a really cool place. We've got a recipe we'll be happy to share with you guys, but what we've got here is garden beds that are right around the cafe that we can harvest, and we sell every week for the guests that come out to shop. We're gonna be harvesting some things that are ready. This is a white stem cabbage we call pak choy. It's so fun to harvest this because it's real easy. All you do is pull it out. Why don't you hold this for me, please?
Okay,
Watch
got
your hand.
it.
Yeah. And then I got one more nice one over here. Oh, yeah, look at that, healthy roots.
Beautiful.
And this stuff grows quick, so we're looking at about 6 weeks from the time we drop the seed till we're harvesting.
All right, so after you guys are done with the process, you ship them off to
Manoy Chocolate out in Kailua. So they are excellent chocolate makers, and they take our beans, they taste it. Dylan's really good at knowing the nuances of how to roast it to get that special flavor. So he'll do his magic, they make the bars for us, and we get it back as a milk chocolate and dark chocolate.
Oh, awesome. So again, stepping back and thinking about sustainability, I mean, it's really about knowing where your food comes from, knowing your farmer.
Absolutely.
And you see chocolate bars in the store, but who knows where that's coming from? And this is coming right here, Kahuku.
Yes, so one of our favorite things to teach people on the tour is that chocolate is so much more than candy. So we do also have the nibs, which is the first step. So after roasting the beans, it gets cracked and winnowed, and all of the beans get bagged into our nibs here. And this is a great antioxidant.
They're supposed to be really healthy,
So
right?
healthy for you. It has a nice nutty flavor at this point. It doesn't taste very sweet, nothing like chocolate, because we haven't incorporated any of the other ingredients yet. In the past, the shells of the fruit will be discarded and waste, but today, people are making tea out of it, and they do the special cocoa chai tea blend for us.
It's so cool that all these amazing chocolate products can start from this little pot.
Incredible, right?
Why else is sustainability so important? Why does this matter?
Kelly, there's a lot of reasons. We could talk a lot about what changes when people start making decisions where they put their money where their mouth is, and they start supporting people that are creating products locally. Not only does it establish a brand recognition when people start buying from a brand that they trust and tell people about it, it also supports that brand in a way where they can employ more people that live here. Ultimately, too, the people who buy the products are getting something that's closer to where they are consuming it. There's so much of our products and food comes from so far away. So what's really cool is if you come to a place like this, you can actually see the flavors growing right from the land while you're eating it.
That's so wonderful. And thank you for letting me be part of the process, but we need to get these to Uncle Sam.
Let's get these to him. I'm ready to eat something.
Do it.
Thank you.
You could use a few. We need some more ingredients. That's what we need.
Yeah,
we need Jeff and Kelly with the ingredients.
Where are they?
Luckily, not too far away, you guys.
Kahuku Farms goodness here.
Wow.
All right, so we got a smorgasbord. As you can see, this cornucopia, eggplants,
Okay.
a lot of long, and we're talking long beans, okay?
Wow,
And how's this
nice.
mystery? Cacao.
So picked cacao, but then of course, they're great nibs,
Yes.
which I know you've used in past segments before
Yes.
too.
Great nibs.
And then we have,
We have your brother there, bok choy.
Yeah, bok choy.
Yes, he is
Related.
related.
I'm related to bok choy.
and then actually a lot of bok choy. This is actually really easy to pick. And then we have some luau leaves,
Oh,
Some others
yes.
there.
You guys brought some great ingredients.
right?
And all local right here, Kahuku Farms.
Amazing.
Awesome stuff. So Uncle Sam, what are you gonna do?
Well, we're gonna make a nice ratatouille, which is a bunch of vegetables, stir-fried vegetable layered. There's some corn. I'm adding that in there because it's good to have that.
Okay, so just
And
so
then what else
everyone
do we
knows,
need?
we're stir frying up everything in front of us. We have corn, red onions, tomatoes, peppers, and onion. And you also had garlic in there, right?
Yes, garlic. I love garlic.
Okay, so
Ratatouille.
the eggplant Jeff grabbed from the farm.
Kylie.
The bok choy I grabbed as well.
Wow.
And so you're throwing all of these in.
Yes,
Okay.
John and I, we can cook anything.
Well, you can cook anything. I can eat anything, pretty much.
Well, I don't know, John, you've done a great job.
So what is ratatouille?
It's French, and it's just a layer of vegetables diced up in the same cut cube. It's an amazing, either eaten like this or with a nice crispy fish on top. And today, what we're going to do, because we love tofu, we're going to pour this right on top of our tofu.
Lovely.
So it's a vegetarian dish.
Yeah, it's a vegetarian dish, yeah.
So when we're thinking about sustainability, you know, we always talk about local ag, local farming, but there's so many benefits that we don't often think about. Not just not having to ship food in from overseas, but we have less packaging. I mean, this came walking distance, you know, farm to induction stove.
Truly. And then when you talk about not having to ship it, obviously, then you're not having such a big carbon footprint in order for it to actually get here on either boats or planes. But also, when it comes to food waste, I mean, when you think about how much is transported and how much of that food spoils on those planes and ships, I mean, really cuts down in terms of food waste as well.
Right.
Freshness is key.
And as a chef, how big of an impact does that really have when it comes to fresh ingredients?
It's 100% of success right there. When it's freshly grown, like Jeff said, walking distance. I mean, you can't get any fresher than that. I mean, talk about being healthy. This hasn't been sitting in a freezer somewhere, hasn't been dusted with some kind of chemical so that it keeps it from getting bad. It's just natural.
Got what went into that?
Great, we had little butter, little olive oil, some garlic, turned around, and then we added a layer of vegetables with 2 different kind of onions, corn, sweet corn, long beans, eggplant, bok choy, my family, and then some red and yellow and orange peppers.
Nice.
And then we
Can't wait
reduced
to
that
try
down, and we had some Croix du Bois, and then we added some aloe shoyu to it. And then we're gonna top it off right on that beautiful tofu.
Okay, so how should I do this
Right
best?
on the top, just work it right on the middle.
Like this?
Yeah, right on
Dump
the
it
middle.
over.
Just keep going, yeah, just
All
pile
right,
it till it just
perfect.
naturally flow. It's a great dish.
Just piling it on top.
And then we're gonna add some nibs to that.
Get your antioxidants.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fantastic.
I
I
love
was
it.
gonna say I want to do the same.
It's nice, huh?
Bingo!
That's our empowered dish.
And now it's time to grind. All right, it is time to grind, so we had to bring Judah and Kylie back with us. Now, we made that delicious ratatouille dish here for Empowered, but with Sam Choy's in the kitchen, we made a couple others, all using ingredients from your farm. And what's so great is this is truly farm to table when it comes to Sam Choy making us these delicious dishes, but Sam Choy doesn't have to be here to grind this fresh produce. Your cafe is such a great concept.
Yeah, it's difficult to farm in Hawaii, but you guys have found a way to kind of tie these things together.
It's been fun adventuring in this new territory of really inviting people to the property where we're growing food for other people on a large scale. That's something that's normally kept separate. You know, the public, oh, and look at our people here. This is some of our amazing people on the team here at the farm, bringing us one of our newest, thank you people. This is the best team that we could ever have.
Thank you,
as far as
guys.
our
Thanks,
people,
guys.
connecting people to food every day. Thanks, you guys.
Ooh la la.
So this
Table
is
21, come on down.
And you're
All
saying
right.
you guys are some of the only folks who are growing acai
That's our latest thing where we've been able to
Thank you.
create one of the most popular things on our menu item, the local acai bowl.
This is delicious. And I mean, this is just one of the many on your menu. So can you share a bit more about what you guys have?
Okay. So this is our fresh fruit, and we also, of course, have more than just treats. Not only do we have a whole line of non-dairy smoothies that are based with our apple bananas, but we actually have our own cocoa house, which is featuring chocolate that we grow on our farm in things with espresso. We also serve delicious farm pizzas. So we're tasting some of the eggplant in this dish that Uncle Sam made, but we also serve it on our menu, roasted and covered in our house-made macadamia nut pesto. It's artisan focaccia bread. A lot of people that I know that don't eat eggplant still eat our pizza. So it's pretty cool to see people, you know, moving in the direction of eating more healthy. And I think creating a space where people can count on us to provide them with something that's really authentically local and healthy and tasty is what we hope we'll get known for. And so people will, you know, come out and check us out, enjoy the space, and come back again and again.
Our website's Got a lot of information on it. You can book a tour, you can order from our menu, you can see more about us and learn our history. We've got some videos on there. Planning to add more tutorials where you can make, or we'll have the instructions on how to make the garden beds on the website. So yeah, we always hear about that message they talk about where Hawaii imports, 85 to 90% of our food. And that's a real thing. Like, it's not just something we hear about, it's our reality. So we feel that everybody, whether you're a business, a family, an individual, a school, we can all do our part to just take one step forward towards that path of sustainability.
Or eating right here is a great way to start as well.
I like the way you
Come
think,
on down to the cafe, right?
And Uncle Sam,
Yeah,
you're from right down the street.
right down the street. Grew up right in this whole area. Worked right down the road at Turtle Bay way back when. And, had my start there. And,
Classmates with her dad.
yeah, her dad worked. I didn't say I want to say worked in the field, but helped pick watermelon. That's hard work.
Yeah. All full circle.
Full circle,
There you
yeah.
go.
And it's 4 generations on this farm right here.
Love it.
Amazing.
Love having you here, Uncle.
Thank you.
Thank you
I
guys
enjoy
so
being
much.
here. Thank you guys so much for your hospitality and
Oh,
your
our
employees.
pleasure.
Just amazing. And I gotta be honest, farming is like running a restaurant. It's hard work.
Yeah.
You got the elements. I mean, that's alone a big challenge. But then on the other side, you got the business side of it.
Yeah.
And well, guess what? The farm's in Hawaii. That's all you need to know. I mean, it's not easy to run a farm in Hawaii.
And that's why our local farmers are so important. And it's our local farmers and businesses that are working towards making Hawaii so sustainable and a greater, greener future. But all of us at home, the choices that we make at home, where we choose to support and eat, also help in that journey.
Exactly. For a healthier Hawaii, a healthier planet, one dish at a time.